What's the moment your drill sergeant accidentally proved they were human? Week 6 of basic training. Our drill sergeant was this terrifying guy named Sergeant First Class Wendell, built like a tank, voice like a chainsaw, never showed emotion except anger. We were convinced he wasn't actually human, just a robot programmed to make our lives miserable. The man never smiled, never laughed, never showed any weakness whatsoever. One morning, mail call happened right before PT. Letters from home, care packages, the usual stuff. Most of us got something. Wendell stood there watching us read our letters with his usual stone face. Then the company clerk walked up and handed Wendell a small envelope. "This came for you, Sergeant." Wendell glanced at it, and something changed. Just for a second, his jaw tightened. He stuffed the envelope in his pocket without opening it. Everyone outside. Now, we're running. We ran 5 miles that morning instead of the usual 3. Wendell pushed us harder than ever. Guys were dropping, puking, crawling. He just kept screaming at us to move faster. After PT, we had classroom instruction. Wendell sat in the back while another instructor taught land navigation. I glanced back once and saw him staring at that envelope, still unopened. That night, I had fire guard duty. 2 hours of walking the barracks, making sure nothing burned down. Boring stuff, but someone had to do it. Around 0200, I walked past the drill sergeant office. Door was cracked open. Light was on. I should have kept walking. None of my business, but I heard something that stopped me cold. Crying. Someone was crying inside that office. I peeked through the crack. There was Wendell, sitting at his desk, holding a photograph, tears running down his face. The envelope from earlier was torn open beside him. He was talking quietly to himself. "I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry I wasn't there." I backed away slowly. Didn't want him to know I'd seen. Finished my fire guard shift and never mentioned it to anyone. Next morning, Wendell was back to normal. Screaming, pushing, terrifying, like nothing had happened. 2 weeks later, we graduated basic training. Families came for the ceremony. Wendell shook each of our hands as we crossed the stage. When he got to me, he paused, looked me in the eye. "You had fire guard that Tuesday night, didn't you?" My blood went cold. "Yes, Sergeant." He leaned in close. "My dog died. Had him for 14 years. Got him right before my first deployment. That letter was from my ex-wife telling me she had to put him down. I didn't know what to say. Just stood there. You didn't tell anyone what you saw. I appreciate that." He shook my hand firmly. "You're gonna be a good soldier. Now get out of my face." That was it. Moved on to the next graduate, like nothing happened. After the ceremony, I saw Wendell talking to a little girl, maybe 7 years old. She was showing him a drawing she'd made. Crayon picture of a dog with brown spots. "That's beautiful, sweetheart," he said. Voice completely different. Soft, gentle, looks just like him. The girl hugged his leg. "I miss Buster too, Daddy." He picked her up, held her tight. "Me too, baby. Me too." I watched the toughest man I'd ever met carry his daughter across the parking lot. She was telling him about school, about her friends, about everything. He listened to every word like it was the most important thing in the world. My buddy Nolan walked up beside me. "Dude, is that Sergeant Wendell? With a kid?" "Yeah. He looks so normal." "He is normal, just really good at his job." 3 years later, I was stationed overseas when I ran into Wendell again. He was a first sergeant by then. Had a new dog too. Golden retriever named Buster Jr. "Still keeping secrets, Private?" he asked when he recognized me. "Still human, Sergeant?" He actually laughed. First time I'd ever heard it. "Unfortunately, yes. Don't tell anyone. Got a reputation to maintain." His daughter's drawing still hangs in his office. Saw it myself when I visited, right next to his combat awards and unit citations. A crayon dog surrounded by medals. That's who Sergeant Wendell really is.